Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry that I didn't do a video yesterday, and I was trying to do a video yesterday. Well, not really trying, I just got really tired or whatever, because work really drained me. But I'm returning to you today for a TV show review for the new Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power Season 1, Episode 7 review that I just got done watching. Because this was going to be the video I said I was going to do this morning, but it turned out to be this early afternoon going into afternoon time. So hopefully you'll enjoy this review. This is for Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 7 review. So I'm going to discuss what I watched for this Episode 7 of Season 1 of Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, and let you know my thoughts on this new episode. So let's dive into this episode review. Now, this is the second to last episode for this whole season. The next episode is going to be the final episode for season 1, which will be on October 14th. So you'll see a review for that probably by the weekend of the 14th. So, yeah, what did I think of this episode overall? Pretty good for sure. It was really good. I really enjoyed this one. It's right after that old man puts the sword in that mountainscape or wherever he put it in, and it caused a lot of damage to the Southlands, meaning there was smoke and water coming out, and the mountain was like blowing out lava and all that and destroying things. So basically, that's what happened in the last episode, which was episode 6, where the Numenors and Galadriel were coming to rescue the Southlanders. So, from Adar's tyranny and terror on the mountain or upon the Southlands and all that. So, pretty much, this episode is the aftermath of the mountain exploding and the lava destroying homes, and it was like a fiery place, and the queen of Numenor actually lost her eyesight in this episode, which she was trying to help Isildur escape and all that, but he got caught in the rubble or something like that. I don't know if he died or not. It didn't say, but I don't think he does. So, because he's a main part of the Lord of the Rings show, or the movie, I meant to say. But pretty much, this episode was really good. I really enjoyed it. They showed Elrond with, Durin, or Durin, or whatever his name is, I forgot. Um, he was helping Durin, help get help the elves to save their homeland in Lindon, which the Mithril actually does work with the destroyed leaves that look black and all that were from Lindon. So, but the king just doesn't want, uh, of the dwarves, doesn't want to help the elves. So, Durin's father is the king, of course. So pretty much, he just doesn't want to help the elves for a certain reason why. And at the end of this episode, you see the shadow monster from where Gandalf said the thing "you shall not pass" thing from the Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring movie, which you do find out about that monster. I think they're going to explain a lot more in the final episode of this season. So I hope they make a second one, because this was a really good show. In my personal opinion, it's better than House of the Dragon, because that show is collapsing on itself. Meaning in my opinion, it's not very good anymore. I've gotten less interested in that, so I don't even know if I want to watch season 2 for that. But pretty much, um, Galadriel's helping the Southlander guy, Theo or whatever, to get back to their encampment up on the mountain or whatever. So pretty much it's looking like that Numenor's going to war with the Southlanders, and they're calling the Southlands Mordor now, because that's what it's going to be called now. So Adar named it Mordor. He thought of a name, and it's the place full of evil, and the Southlands have been completely diminished, meaning it's all ashes and stuff like that. So pretty much, I really enjoyed Lord of the Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 7. It was a really good episode. I highly recommend you check this episode out. So overall, in my opinion, I think I really enjoyed this episode a lot more than I did. The Harfoots were in this episode, and pretty much the giant guy or whatever that has magical abilities, I think he's a wizard or something, he left the Harfoots to go on his own journey, but someone is following him. Of course, this chick or whatever with two companions of her own are destroyed the Harfoots' camp and all that, where they had their food and supplies and all that. So she burned that thing down or whatever, and I'm like, what a bitch. But that's her character, of course. But still, overall, I think Season 1, Episode 7, I did for you guys. I really enjoyed this episode. I had a good time watching it, and for a score for me, I'm giving Season 1, Episode 7 for Lord of the Rings of Power. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. Really good episode. There may have been some things that were not explained yet, but it still performed very well. This episode did, of course. So 9.5 out of 10 for Lord of the Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 7. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Lord of the Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 7, if you've seen it on Prime Video or online. And if you enjoyed this episode review for Season 1, Episode 7 for Lord of the Rings of Power, comment below and let me know what you guys thought of it. This episode review that I did for you guys this early afternoon going into afternoon time. I'm losing my train of thought for a moment. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I will be returning to you for another review. I think it's going to be some track reviews. And then I was going to do the Bros movie review, but I might have to be put on hold for another day or two. I got to see what I'm doing for most of today. But I'm going to have the Godsmack 1000 horsepower being premiered for tomorrow. So I'm going to get started on that review most likely today and record it and then premiere it on the 10th. And then the Godsmack When Legends Rise, I most likely will have that premiered too as well, but for the 12th. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this Season 1 Episode 7 review for Lord of the Rings of Power. There's only one more episode left, and that will be on this upcoming Friday, which will be the 14th of October. So I will be watching it and reviewing it, but you probably won't see a review till like Saturday night, the 15th, of course. So I'll see what I can do. But until then, stay safe, take care. I hope you enjoyed this video that I did for you guys this early afternoon going into afternoon time for Lord of the Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 7 review. And as always, I will see you in my next review.